candle in the mist. Where's the smoke when you need it? And it's right in mist, just stop blending it.
Check. Okay. I'm Aaron Hallett. I write original Christian rock. Come out here every morning, just make up a new song. So I just grabbed my acoustic today. I'm definitely on, right? Yeah, okay. I grabbed my acoustic and I'm gonna do this first. I pre-wrote some lyrics. My wife signed us up for this painting class and I'm just gonna go do that. But I've just got a little time before and I decided what I was gonna do is just lay down some kind of a simple chord progression on this and then outline a song, sing some vocals in. That way I do it before I do anything else and my voice is actually working because it doesn't work that great the later it gets in the day. Come back and then layer a bunch of other stuff on this song if I want to. So, tracks, mic gain up. All right. Monitors are off so I don't get bleed through. Let me lower this. I'm just gonna look at these lyrics and kind of roughly decide how long I think this needs to be. Alright, I just hit save. That's it. Reason I did it that way, I'll play like an electric guitar all the way through for the multi-window thing I do, but I just need to get this down ASAP, so that's what I did. Jump right in and see what I can come up with on the vocals, because like I said, I got lyrics, I got a rough idea how long it's going to take to get through them, but I don't have a melody, so let me see. I'm making weird noises, but I'm not really worried about a melody, or I'm actually just warming up, so I just do stupid stuff. Sometimes that helps me come up with a melody, but I got the rough flow of it, and I made weird noises, so my voice is just relaxed and doing things. Now let's see if I can actually come up with something. Alright, I actually had a good second take, but I'm going to keep the third one because I didn't want to trail into the chorus, because I want to get the chorus consistent. Alright, that works. I always kind of end up with doing like sort of similar melodies, but who cares? It's my stuff, right? I got a style. That works for me. Kind of added a few words because I realized I wasn't going to make it all the way to the end. So yeah, okay. I'm going to copy paste that. Like, seems like I'm being a lazy. It actually gives me a good consistent version. Okay. Alright, same thing. I'm going to mute this. I didn't have lyrics for that last chorus, so I just made some random crap up, and it's probably fine. I think I hit the notes. Yeah, I'm going to put Humanoid on this later, which is a plugin I use for my vocals to make them sound all fancy, and I automate the effect up and down, verse and chorus, but if I can get them all on the same track, then I only need one instance of it, and since it's a CPU hog, that just makes it so much easier on my computer. Alright, so let me see. Crossfades, make sure I get rid of any weirdness going in between. I think that works. Make a new track, that way I can talk. This used to... okay. So I've got an acoustic thing going on, and I will be layering other things on top. But for now, I'm gonna hit save. I'm probably gonna just hit join on this whole thing. Just eliminate the crossfades and stuff, but actually... boom. There, now it's one track. Lyrics are done. They, you know, I always say they're going to be in the bottom of my description box. I'll say that at the end of the video, but they're going to be down there. I just wrote those like prior to coming out while I was like making my coffee and doing some morning stuff at the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out, grab my acoustic, put down a chord progression, plop it on, make a song outline, and then I'll do all the stuff later. But as long as the vocals are down, it works. Because my voice, like I said, it's way better in the morning than it is in the afternoon. If I come out here in the afternoon after I go around, do all my stuff, and I'm talking all day, I'm just like... and I should be able to just leave this alone. The computer will just go into hibernation mode or whatever. I'll put it back up, turn on the camera, and keep rolling. You won't even know the difference, except I might have had a shower by that time, so maybe I'll be wearing a different shirt, or I'll be a lazy crap and not do it. Check. Okay. I just came back, so I think I said, but yeah, I was going to do like a painting class we signed up for. I painted some abstract randomness, and it's already 2 o'clock. Okay, wow. So I'm normally done with this like way earlier and already got the video edited, processing and that sort of stuff. My vocal here, which I remember I just had merged onto one track, and the acoustic.
Candle in the mist. Where's the smoke when here we are at this Hansel? Here we are at this road. Hey, I missed the forest for the tree.
Scanned through, listened. Admittedly, partially because of the time constraints here to get this thing done. I could just go through and do my own usual thing, but what if I did like an acoustic track? I don't have footage of me playing the guitar all the way through for the acoustic, so maybe I'll just do an up the middle one since those are panned. Let me grab the thing. All right, that's it. Let me put this back. Okay, I'm gonna mute the sides for a sec. I'm gonna make this one a little stereo too. So what I'm gonna do is go to sample delay. Okay, so milliseconds, and I'm mostly playing with the left side, so I'm gonna, I guess that doesn't matter. Never mind anything I just said. I'm gonna reduce one side by a few milliseconds. All right, so I affected the right side. So now I'm gonna go to pitch, dual mono, and then the right side is their latency comp. Okay, I just moved it up 1 cent. It doesn't work for everything. Mostly I'll use it for acoustic guitar and occasionally like an electric guitar, but like just a one-off. Don't like for the main thing. Don't like overuse it because it doesn't work all the time and it's not perfect. But yeah, I think that's it. I think this is all my song's going to be. So I'm just going to have a random acoustic track on the next album.
Here's a little twist. No one wants to smell it.
I know what I should do. We're going to throw one more thing on here because I want to do an acoustic guitar solo. 1 sec. Yeah, all right. Now I'm done. That way I get one of my like guitar solo shorts out too, you know. But I got no singing going on there. I might as well just do a little bit of a surprise. Here's an acoustic guitar solo. Okay, I reset my camera. Why does my air conditioner feel so cold? It's like bumping out Arctic vortex air from the thing when it's like, I don't know, it's like room temperature in here. So yeah, I don't look like I am any different than I was a day or two ago, but I actually unloaded like 3 shirts, and I'm not even exaggerating, like 3 shirts from my layering and a pair of fleece-lined running pants underneath my sweatpants, because that's what I do to stay warm around here. But then suddenly today, it's just magically 60 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas we were dealing with well below freezing 2 days ago. Anyway, the lyrics, I probably already mentioned this. I think I did. They're going to be put down to the bottom of the description box. I also got to name the track, which I haven't done yet. So lyrics down there, middle of my description box has where you can find me online, purchase, stream my music. It's a big paragraph with all the places listed that I usually will show up. If you search my name, the top thing I've got is a link, and I just put that there. It's really good Bible teaching. I always say in the beginning it's Christian rock. I might have said that today. I hope I did, but sometimes on a weird day I get all out of sorts especially now where I'm recording this way later than normal. But in any case, there's a lot of really bad stuff online as far as just being subjective, which means they're usually doing traditional denominational stuff tagged on. And then a lot of other things like text out of context, which is error, you name it. Just use the meaning, confuses everybody. Most people are not even remotely close to what is even going on, like not even close. So this is real objective teaching. What does it actually say? What were the writers intending when they wrote the scriptures? That sort of stuff, like the actual meaning, bird's eye view of the whole thing. You're going to see translation and grammar from the original languages, which clears up a whole lot of problems immediately. Because there's a language barrier, like when you go to English. One of my favorite ones that they do that is actually very unknown is most people are like, oh, you gotta believe. That's not it. It's faith in our language, but that's a noun. The problem is, like, if you go to the New Testament Greek or the Hebrew, there's two words for it. One thing, leaning on a staff, running to the shelter of a rock or a mother's bird's wings. It's like a picture language. And then you got the New Testament Greek, pistis or pisteo, and that is a verb that is action based on belief sustained by confidence. You got to have all three elements. So I can sit around and believe something will happen, but unless I act on it, it's not actually faithing. You got to force it into a verb and say faithing. So that's like one of my favorite things they do. But there's a bunch of stuff like that. That's one example. But even just that, you hear all these debates like, is it this or is it this? And the language clears up the problems real fast. So yeah, anyway, I don't usually even say examples because it's not my thing to go on about that. But like, that's just one. Language right there clears up a bunch of questions. And yeah, anyway, I put the link there to say, hey, check this out if you want, because it's good stuff. And if you're interested, my music will just keep coming out because it come out here every day, even if I'm doing something else. I got to remember, I'll go in the house and try and put my painting under some good lights and take a picture. You can see what we did. I don't know if my wife will want hers on, but I'll at least throw mine on the video if the paint's dry. I'm one of those plop it on the canvas, mine's not drying until next Tuesday types. So yeah, it was a impressionist scene of like some mountains with a house in the distance in front of the mountains, and then some flowers, and I just went all crazy. I'll throw that up there. Oh, also one of my paintings went on an album called Fire Bloom. That album artwork is actually one of my paintings. So a lot of recent ones are AI, but not all my album images are AI. Some of them are things I've actually drawn myself, and then I just take a picture of and digitize it or whatever else. But yeah, anyway, I'll shut up. Here comes the final version of the song. I don't want to name this thing. I don't know. Oh, you'll see a name. Here comes the song. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Candle in the mist, where's the smoke when you need it? And intertwined in mist just by blending in. Here's a little twist. No one wants to smell the obvious, but the stink and risk observation from another sense. Take on no defense and stand your ground. A bold new way, I think it's all the same, and you're still going down. Here we are on this wilderness, no forest for the trees, and the dry air picks up in the sand and sand. Eyeballs, everyone seems best and angry at themselves for riding every known disease from every cure you seek. Will you find it here? A handle broken off. Where's the wall when you need it? Intertwined in mist, just by blending into the surroundings. So then break your wrist. No one wants to fail a yummy else, but the turn and twist. Do it from another stance. Take on no defense. Say, stand your ground, a bold new way. I think it's all the same. Hey, you're still going down. Here we are on this wilderness, no forest for the trees, and the dry air picks up in the sand and sand. Apples everyone seems pissed and angry at themselves for writing. Never knew the seas from every cure you seek. Will you find it here? No forest for the trees in the dry air picks up in the sand and said no. Eyeballs everyone seems pissed and angry at themselves for writing. Never knew the seas from every cure you seek. Will you find it here? So here in this wilderness, hey, you missed the forest for the trees and the giant picks up. Then come the rains too from the mist, so no one sees where they're going.